Meatloaf, hearty comfort food or gray flavorless nightmare. According to the poll taken by Jelly 2003 at neowin.net, asking, do you like meatloaf? 51.52% answered yes. 28.79% answered it's okay. And 19.7% answered no. Which side of the meatloaf fence are you on? When I first made meatloaf for my family over 30 years ago, I wasn't a big fan. And I sure didn't think I would be here today giving a presentation about it. I've cooked meals for my family for over 30 years, and meatloaf recipe has always been a family favorite. I'm going to tell you a bit of the history of meatloaf, what is needed to prepare it, and the process of doing the recipe. History of the meatloaf. Where did it come from? Well, although it seems like it's been around forever, if cave ladies were fixing it for cave families, then there's no known record of it. However, the first known meatloaf recipe was in the 5th century Roman cookery, Apicius. And then 1700s, it came to America with the Pennsylvania Dutch. But it was the 1930s, during the Depression, when meatloaf got its fame. Because it was economical and comfort food when people really needed comfort. Preparation. To make the meatloaf, you're going to be needing a cutting board and a knife, measuring cups, a large bowl, and a baking pan, loaf pan if you've got it, gloves, and then the ingredients it takes to make it. The recipe calls for 1.5 pounds of ground beef, 1 large onion, 1 medium bell pepper, 1 jar, 8 ounces of any type salsa, 2 cups of oats, and salt and pepper to taste. To do the recipe, you're going to need to put preheat your oven at 350, and then you're going to put all the ingredients into a bowl, and you're going to mix it with your hands. That's what you're going to need the gloves for. Then you take and place it over into a pan, into your baking pan, add it into a loaf, and then put it into the oven for 55 minutes. After 55 minutes, you're going to take it out, and you're going to put the ketchup, 3/4 of a cup, on the top of it. Then put it back in for 5 to 10 minutes. At the end of that time, you're going to take it out and wait 5 to 10 minutes before cutting it and serving it. This recipe makes 8 servings at 288 calories a serving. I found this website that is called verywellfit.com, and you put in your recipe's ingredients, and it'll give you a nutrition label just like the ones you see in markets. That's what we have here. So, in this, we have went over the statistics of meatloaf. We have went over the history of meatloaf. We've also went over the preparation process and the recipe process. When meatloaf is your answer to the question, what's for dinner, then I believe that you can go by my guide here and you can create a meatloaf for your family too. And I'm sure that you'll receive the same rave reviews that I did. Where Greg said he never liked meatloaf until he had mine, and now it's one of his favorite meals. And Haley said, wow, this is great meatloaf.